Bitcoin's under pressure again. South Korea's government says it's preparing legislation to ban cryptocurrency trading in the country's exchanges. In China, authorities have ordered the closing of operations that create a large share of the world's Bitcoin supply. Morgan Stanley, I think, had a note yesterday talking about the power consumption equivalent to the power used by Argentina this year.
We've got Michelle out there, Washington State lowest power. I think, by the way, if they really want to do some mining, Dominion is very low-cost power in Virginia. That's why Alphabet has picked that as a place to
That was fascinating. Michelle's report earlier on Squawk Box, and she'll be back a number of times through the day. Yeah, that area in Washington State, as you point out, very low power, and the enormous usage that is required to mine Bitcoin, these farms.
She said it was Chinese chips, but you know that it's NVIDIA chips and AMD chips that are principally used. Both those companies are trying to back away from it just because they don't want to be linked to a possible decline. Although, yeah, look, they have great technology, which is terrific, but Bitcoin clearly under pressure. Those who buy Bitcoin-related items, you know, this is not what you want. It does feel like it's going to test some level. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
All right, good morning, everybody. So something that I'm going to do first this morning is I'm going to go over what you see on my screen and how you can pull it up. So first, this is E-Trade Pro, right? On the bottom middle, you get the little tool sign. You click on that. You got the two charts that I usually use right here. You can use the classic, or you can use a regular kind of chart. Alright, so right here on the far left, you have a market mover. So I like the market mover because it helps me detect stocks under a certain specific exchange. For example, you can choose the largest percentage gainers, largest percentage losers, net change gainers, losers, most active stocks. Then you can look at under American NYSE, Bulletin Board, Chicago, NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, specific Philadelphia. I always keep it under the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is usually the best for penny stocks. That's why you're going to see me always have it under the NASDAQ there. Alright, so then on the bottom left right here, you get a watch list. Right here you can do your watch list, and then you can create it however you want. You can put, let's say, tops. So then you can have tops here. Then you can customize this however you want. Customize, default, however you want to do that. Alright. So, as you can see right here on mine, I have chosen to have the dividend, the ex-dividend, dividend pay date, the volume. I want all of that there. Alright, top right. This one's called level 2. But if you look on here, let's see here, it's called market depth, but most traders will refer this as level 2. So you can choose market depth, and then you can choose your stock however you want, and you can look up stocks if you want to do that, and then you can see the buyers and sellers there.
And for a long time we pointed out this was an industry, the airline industry, that couldn't earn its cost of capital anywhere near that, and then that changed, and suddenly they were free cash flow stories. A number of years ago it flipped, maybe helped by antitrust or lack thereof.
Alright. Next thing that you're going to see is you're going to see the order entry. As you can see, I do 2 order entries. I do 2 order entries so that way I could have one set for like my stop loss, I can have that set right as I set up my buy and sell orders. So that way I can get be protected as fast as possible. I can just set it up as I need to. So you do order entries right here. The next thing you see right here, right below it, is the order status. So you want to always make sure what your status is under. And then you want to also look at positions where your money is at. That should be automatically already there though.
When we come back, we'll get Kramer's Mad Dash. We'll count down to the opening bell. Take another look at the pre-market. More Squawk on the Street from the NYSE.
Or you could do accounts. And it should be right there. So hopefully that explains a little bit how I have it set up and how you can set it up as well. You can have live TV if you like to watch it at the same time. You can watch a Europe channel, you can watch the Asia channel, you can watch a USA channel. So it's nice. Alright, in the meantime, let's look at some penny stocks. So if you're wondering about that, you can also pull up the sectors right here. This is what this is. Healthcare services. Let's do healthcare. Biotechnology. Volume right here, nice.
Minutes before we get started for trading on this Thursday. Mad Dash time, my friend. Where are you headed?
Well, you know something, David? My wife was in Jodhpur over the weekend in India. She did visit. She came back. She made some tandoori chicken last night. And I think what's interesting, while she was away, I binged on The Punisher. Little did I know, David, that I binged as part of what is something as big as the shift. This is incredible. From the steam engine toward electricity. Barclays, 52 pages talking about that's really the equivalent. That's what you have to
11 cents a share.
Try to figure out the evolution, industrial revolution. Netflix, the new industrial revolution. 52 pages about how this is a great company. Okay. Interesting. They're new to it, right? They're early.
Yeah.
Are they early?
Yeah. You know, really, the streaming thing is for real. You mean?
Well, they said aggregation versus segmentation is important. Retail versus wholesale. This is really important. I mean, David, there are some insights in here that you can only.
They had an FDA approval.
Technology-heavy skill set versus content-heavy skill sets. Wow, David, it's the twilight of the islands.
So we definitely want to watch this one. And then fee.
It's about 100 times bigger than U.S. Steel.
But this is a remarkable report, David, because what it says is that Netflix is the winner. Everybody else.
Doesn't stop people from shorting the stock. I'm looking at UBS puts out a list of crowded longs and shorts.
Yeah, what did I say?
Number 5 is Netflix on the crowded short list. Tesla's number 1, but number 5
I'd
is
say that is
Netflix.
pretty crowded.
It's crowded. It's a crowded
What are you
short.
binging on this weekend on the 3-day week? You gonna binge?
We might do a little binging, yeah.
Well, you're part of the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial
I'm
Revolution.
glad to hear
Did you
that.
even know you were?
Steam engine. By
You
the
probably
way,
thought you were just watching TV.
you know who's buried next to Alexander Hamilton right down the road here? No. Fulton.
Fulton?
Fulton.
Oh, he's
Robert
rolling
Fulton.
over in his grave
You
and
know-
it's being compared
Yes.
to Netflix.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's
Fulton
check
Memorial
out
Day. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are
what
you
the
kidding
margin
me?
is as well.
Robert Fulton. All right, we got
Well,
opening
I gotta
bell.
tell you.
Just a couple of minutes away.
So this one, it's 100% margin, so you can't use any of your margin money. You only can use straight money for this stock. Which is perfectly fine. Not really any movement in the pre-market, even though they had really good news. $5,000 shares for only $500. 1 penny up is $40. $90 if it goes up 1 penny. $109 if you lose. It's kind of a little bit risky. But if it can go up nicely, it'll be worth it. So we'll definitely watch it. There. And I did GE. How many shares did I do? Like $2,000 worth. Okay.
You're watching CNBC Squawk on the Street, live from the financial capital of the world. The opening bell in 90 seconds on this Thursday as we pay attention to Walmart's wage hikes and tax-related bonuses. Big question this morning is whether the Treasury sell-off was a blip yesterday. Bill Gross this morning in his note says bonds like men are in a bear market. Sees 2.7 by the end of the year.
Bear market? I didn't even know. Jeez. Hey, Yogi. Hey, Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Best time
Wanna get
best
some-
time to start. There's no,
some
no, come
picnic
on, I mean, honestly,
baskets.
can we please just accept that this is the bear market in bonds? You're going to need a microscope to look at it. You need a Hubble telescope. I mean, honestly, we're making too much of this. Shouldn't we have a little inflection anyway? What would be so bad if we had a little steepness in the yield curve in terms of what's going to happen tomorrow when we hear J.P. Morgan talk? What's Jamie going to say, David?
I don't know.
You
well,
always know.
I do not know.
You know.
You've brought it up a number of times. Do you have some expectation beyond what's out there in terms of what they're going to say?
I think he's going to say it's a new dawn. It's a new dawn in America.
Really? In what way? As a result of tax reform specifically?
Yes, then it's just really, really big. I really think it's just going to be really, really big. And I've got to tell you, he is more bull. People are just telling me that it's going to be through the roof bullish.
He has been very positive. He has been very positive about the
at the bottom of your screen at the big board. It is Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings celebrating its 5th listing anniversary and the transfer to the NYSE. We'll speak to the CEO in about 45 minutes. Over the NASDAQ drama series The Brave on NBC, actress Anne Heche doing the honors.
How was Oldenkirk? Bob Oldenkirk.
It's a 10.
Great guy, fascinating guy. We're going to hear more from him tomorrow.
How'd you get there?
Yep, as the Post goes into nationwide release starting tomorrow.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. Dow's up 55. GE doesn't move the index a lot, guys,
No,
but
it's up 10%.
above 19 will get your
They have
attention.
changed at the top there, and Baker Hughes GE, which obviously is so important because they talk about disposing it. That's going to make the Bears, men and Bears, they're going to have to run for cover if he gets a good price. If oil keeps going higher,
right,
it's better to be lucky than good. This man may be bailed out by what was an asset that people felt like dead weight. Now, Schlumberger goes up, has been going up pretty much nonstop. And I think that this is a kind of a cats and dogs thing that Jeff Immel put together, but maybe there's
$64 and WTI a little above 64 bucks. That helps GE, but it is the best. It is the. It is no, but it's the. No, there's still nobody's talking about breaking GE.
no. The Baker Hughes.
Yes, that there
This is
seems to
gonna
be a
be
lot
hard
of.
to sell.
There seems that they will sell their majority ownership.
Yeah,
although
but
not
can
right
you sell
away.
it back? I mean, how is this structured, David?
Not sure, Jim.
I understand it's prohibitive to them, but maybe they'll. Everything's on the table. I mean, obviously, this is a stock. By the way, the chartists are telling me that it's out of this world. Yesterday, Warren Buffett said it's still a great American company.
Well, listen, I mean,
Big, strong company.
Big, strong company.
It is the best performer
And
on the
you know,
Dow.
Buffett would know because you know that he's always understands the structure. He's been close
He
to
has
it,
a pretty good sense for what makes a good company.
except for he's missed
does.
his cryptoid move.
He's missed the cryptoid move. But then there are those who would say there was a deterioration in execution at GE that was marked.
It could be behind them, David. It could all be behind. It could be in the past.
Really? You think so?
No, but you know, you're going to hear that. The
But
conference
listen,
call
at least, a bit of relief for long-suffering shareholders. The worst performer last year by far, and now this year up almost 10%
John
in
Flannery,
just less than 2 weeks.
How big is that conference call going to be when he lays things out?
Flannery's conference
Yes.
call?
I mean, because they got to talk about how the dividend's not a problem. They got to talk about the cash flow. They have to put the Bears back into Jellystone National Park. I don't know. It's going to be a tall task.
It will be.
Not just your average bear.
No. Those healthcare costs too. Remember, right? The insurance, isn't it? There's
They got some of those legacy problems. Yeah, you're talking about the long-term care?
Yes,
The
thank you.
asterisk for
Yes,
that?
thank
Yeah,
you.
that's going to be difficult.
Oil did get above 64. You got to go back now to 2014, December of 2014. What are you looking at? Are we
You've
talking
seen the
80 in a year or two?
No, I think it probably. I mean, look, Venezuela goes offline. If you listen to Schlumberger's last call, Paul Kiepsgaard, who's the CEO, he was saying, listen, the international companies, the countries, they've just not been drilling nearly enough to be able to replenish their coffers. They're going to have to do it real soon because the way a well
Let's
depletes
see.
itself. I think this
Still trying to find something good.
Obviously, world demand is a little bit stronger. We're at an inflection point, but I think it's probably. Look, we're pumping the most ever. My friend Russ Brazil did a piece this morning about how the Bakken is back online. So I think that there's money. Here's what we're going to have to see. Like Carrizo did a real big deal for that. It's CRZO. Much slower. I am waiting for the oil companies to be issuing shares again and getting more liquefied and start buying other oil companies. And that will be the sign that things are really healthy. I think you can see 70 year-end. Most of the
Went up
analysts
to
aren't there.
12.
But you're not. When will we start talking about it as a tax on corporate profits, corporate margins, gasoline year-on-year, Jim?
Well, look, I think a lot of people bought Guzzler. You know, they've sold their Guzzlers. It is going to happen. It's going to be one of those worries that you're going to hear about. But I was so worried about all the banks that were on the hook. It's only a couple years ago that we had to listen to Bank of America say, don't worry about our criticized loans. Well, no one's criticizing those loans.
No, they aren't. Although long term, do you wonder about the growth of electric vehicles?
Big
I mean,
time.
you know,
Fossil fuel.
China, of course, reading about it today. It's still a small part of their
not
overall
really
sales.
moving
There
right
are
now.
28 million vehicles a year in China.
Yeah, GM sold 4 million.
GM sold 4 million, but electric is
Yeah,
going to
look
get
at his
a larger
volume.
and larger portion.
The
Over
volume
time,
over
it's
here is
small.
crap.
It won't
And it's
be
smaller here,
It will not
but
be
it's
small
growing
5 years from
fast.
now.
30
It will not be
million
small
here,
5 years
but
from now. And that's what's in our life. Why do GM and Ford have such a hard time? Because people are just saying, listen, Look, Volvo's all electric. Look, I'm a huge believer that at a certain point you want to be in American electric power and to be in because of the charge, but not yet.
There is also the autonomous vehicles that are coming, and the thought that you're going to have a lot fewer vehicles bought as you get fleets of autonomous vehicles roaming the streets of urban centers, not to mention beyond that. I mean, that will change so many things when we do finally get to full autonomy for automobiles.
No penny stocks yet.
I don't know how many years away it is.
Oh, it's close.
But it's going to change so many.
I was speaking to Pat Doyle offline, this retiring CEO of Domino's. I told him I'm surprised he retired before what I think is going to be a real boon for them, self-driving cars for Domino's.
You think that would be helpful for them?
Well, here's what you do. You set the GPS. One of the things they always have, like, where are you, Jim? Like, where are you, Mr. Quick? They don't know. But if you have self-driving cars with GPS, you can be able to have maybe 3
Here's
or 4
Amazon.
deliveries per
$1,262 a share.
Now you have a lot of investors now trying to understand what it's going to mean.
Doing a
to believe
breakup.
that it will be closer than people think. So 3 to 5 years that we're really going to start to see a lot more autonomous vehicles on the road.
Even if you buy one share though, and it goes up 15 bucks, which today it's already done to $8. 15 bucks, you already covered your fees.
No longer needed. It's going to need to be parking garages in urban centers, but even outside, it's all going to need to be
For one share.
Is there an opportunity there? Then you get to things like
Of course you want more than one, but
trial attorneys. I mean, you can go through insurance rates. Obviously, we've talked about.
No, look, it's all real. I mean, look at the number of miles that Waymo has logged. Jensen Huang's incredibly inspirational keynote speech.
Not to mention Teslas, which are logging a lot of miles too and taking a lot of
Although
data.
Hackett was the only
going down on the histogram for GE here. 5 minutes trying to climb up, but 1 minute's kind of struggling.
When you get these trillion of
Let's refresh for 5 minutes. Maybe we'll.
trillion inputs, you know that's
Yeah,
safer
it's still good.
than what we are. Do you think that if we were to invent the car now, would we really have it be driven by humans?
No.
I mean, why would you do that? Humans don't. Humans sleep. Humans text. I had a guy texting the other day when he was driving me back from the airport, and he was suddenly I said, "What are you doing?" "I'm going to Brooklyn." I said, "You're on the Verizon Nearest." He goes, "Oh, I'll back up." No, you can't back up. I'll back up. I mean, why? Well, because he's like, "Hey, let me just go. Hey, what are the balls?" He's worried about the Georgia game. I mean, there is really we need humans away from the steering wheel. Drunk humans versus smart computers. Who do you want to be in the car with?
I'm ready. I'm totally ready. Put me in that back seat. Give me the big screen. Take me wherever you want to go.
Outside, reading a book. And I thought, really? You just want to be back there?
Yeah, I just want to be back there relaxing with my Netflix. That's
So busy vaping on the subway. I don't know.
Yeah, David is vaping now. Jim,
I saw a guy vaping on the subway yesterday. I swear to
Is that
God.
on the queue?
On the platform. Some guy sitting there and all this smoke is coming out.
That's not true.
I swear.
Sam, 20
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? You do what Kramer said I do.
Jim, we saw some crazy price action yesterday on these NAFTA concerns, especially out of the Canadians. And again today, officials in Ontario, chances of U.S. leaving NAFTA must be taken seriously.
Well, my travel trust involved the Constellation branch, which is the great Rob Sands, an unbelievable performer. And people abandoned that stock instantly when they heard it because they import Mexican beer. Can I remind you that one of the single greatest gross margin positives for Constellation is the fact that if the peso goes down, they can bring in much more beer. I mean, it really is the fabulous thing. People got this wrong. They're going to have to start realizing that, like Phil LeBeau says, that there are going to be far more. They made 5 million cars this year. It's bad. The talk about NAFTA and pulling out is bad for our country.
Could you add STZ to the...
Yes, had to. After listening to Rob Sands talk about a $3 billion buyback and recognize that just because Naomi and Prisoner didn't sell that well, a couple of wines, I think the Constellation's a juggernaut. $3 billion being put to work right here because the stock fell because of a weaker wine quarter. Don't forget, Pacifico is going to be the #1 beer scene. Could pass Modelo.
Not too much volume on here.
For all the growth in the total spirits, total beverage category, I mean, what?
Too much volume there. Cool.
Another company that was created by antitrust enforcement.
Not too much volume there.
Before divestiture from Delaware.
Or San Miguel used to charge about $3-4 for Pacifico because it was worse. Rob Sands, why don't you try it at $7-8?
Not too much volume here either.
Millennials like to pay more for things that are cool. I'm starting to figure out the millennials.
Are you?
Yeah, they're stupid as wood. They're no insult to plywood, which you know is made of Orient strand board.
So we're on the third one. Just trying to climb back up a little bit here.
20 years, and then it goes down from there depending on length of service, increasing their paid maternity leave, parental leave, important for a lot of their employees, but doesn't
Done a little break up here. Could potentially go up really nice today, actually. Remember, guys, feel free to ask me any questions, concerns you may have, anything that's been on your mind, you know, something that you want to look at. Let me know. Okay, NBEV. It had a gap up, but it's on its way down here. X about to happen to go down. The volume, the stochastic's trying to climb it back up. GE so close to making that X here too. MU. They're all kind of doing the same thing right now. Not too much movement. Remember, guys, that January is the one month. It's like I personally believe it's the hardest month to trade. Not too many penny stock movers this month. A lot of the stocks entering a new year, beginning of a quarter. Here's trying to make the X to go down.
So you can see we got S&P Nas up for the 7th time in 8 days. Let's get to Bob Bassani. Bob.
Good morning, Carl. Happy Thursday. Another strong open and very narrow pre-market trading. Didn't quite see this kind of move to the upside. Europe's down fractionally. Let's take a look at the sectors. And what we're seeing here is what we used to call the reflation trade. So banks are up. Of course, they like the yield play here. But materials are up. Energy's up. As oil is comfortably over $64. And you see what's lagging there is the consumer staples, the more defensive names that are up there. Semiconductors are finally making a move positively. Again, they've been doing largely nothing for the last couple of months. So, again, it's not what we call that reflation trade. Got to mention the airlines, new highs for Delta and American. You saw that strong commentary of JetBlue and Delta's guidance yesterday from United and American. These have been really on fire recently and pushing the transports to new highs. Earlier, of course, it was the railroads. Now it's the airlines. Here's that rotation we keep talking about. Now we're going into earnings season tomorrow with the banks starting. This is going to be a big one and a very, very important one, much more important than normal. Here's what's going on. Earnings are going to be up almost 12% compared to the same period a year ago. This is the fourth quarter. But what's really important is all 11 sectors in the S&P are going to be up. That very rarely happens. Here's the other important thing. Revenues are going to be up 7%, and all 11 sectors are also going to see revenue jumps. Now, remember the big complaint about earnings a couple of years ago? It's just cost cutting. It doesn't matter. There's no top line growth. That's wrong. That's not true anymore, and this is one of the reasons the rally has been so strong, because
Okay, we are past the 45-minute mark now.
that we have been seeing. Another reason the rally is continuing. Margins are not deteriorating. The great fear last year was somehow are now close to 10%, record highs.
Here you can see it
Some
trying to
fall
break
apart
up.
because people had to engage in some kind of dropping prices or something was going to affect the margins overall. That's not happening. We're holding up on the margins. Another reason the rally's going. A third reason the rally keeps going is analysts are
10 minutes
raising
ago.
estimates going into the first quarter. I just want to show you financials and energy. This is for the first quarter, the one we're in now, October 1st, they had financials up 10%. Now they have them up 18%. On October 1st, analysts had energy up 27%. Now it's up 53%. Look at the differences. They have almost doubled the estimates for earnings growth in this quarter compared to
I'm looking at GE and I'm looking to use margin.
boost up. And that's
Let's see
one of
here
the reasons that
what the margin requirement is.
so strong. So we have record highs, we have margins not
Only 25% long. Nice.
raising estimates. Are there any risks? Yes, there are several. The most immediate risk that we are seeing is some kind of guidance disappointment. So remember, a lot of these companies are going to be taking one-time charges due to deferred taxes, things like that. Some of them may be very reluctant to give very broad positive guidance that everyone is expecting to hear. I think that may be the most immediate risk. Less immediate is an aggressive Fed because the economy is overheating. That may be an issue for the next couple of
Stochastic is above the 80 though.
not immediate at all.
Something just to be careful on. I'm waiting for a better breakup.
Remember, recession, aggressive Fed, those are the two things that historically kill rallies. Finally, you're going to hear a lot of reports tomorrow about massive outflows from bond funds. I anticipate these three, these are the big three.
You can see that it's really trying right now.
Combination of all the bonds, Total Bond and Vanguard, another big one, and there's the corporate bond, that's LQD on the bottom. You'll hear about outflows. They're down this week. I think I would note that the rate yields on these are still very good, almost 3.5% for the corporate bond, that LQD, and I don't think people are going to abandon these wholesale. Here's where I think a lot of people are going to make a big mistake.
I really want to see a break above 26 and get a confirmation there, if possible.
I would point out that in high yield, the risk is not generally interest rate risk. It is credit risk. And credit is going to be excellent. And you're going to hear this from the banks tomorrow, and I think that's going to validate the idea. Remember something, the yield on these high yield funds right now, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4%. Still pretty good overall. Just off the highs there, Carl, 54 points into that year.
All right, Bob, thanks so much, Bob Pisani. Let's get to the bond pits as well. Rick Santelli at the CME in Chicago. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, Carl. You know, Bob's really on to something. We pay very close attention to the Barclays high yield spreads, the HYG ETF for high yield, and he's absolutely right on the credit risk. But do keep in mind that it has been under pressure as of late, and many times when
It
you
is growing, so
credit market,
it is struggling in the 1 minute though, here and here.
for exactly that reason. If there's credit deterioration, it's also going to affect the equity side of the ledger. But right now it seems as though the HYG, even though it's given up some room, is more a function of rates moving up. And you know what? China's been a story yesterday that was mostly debunked. But I will tell you, debunked or not, what's going on in treasuries is a long process. It isn't about one pop-up story, whether true or not true. That's almost the biggest story here. Two-year, yes, we've eased off the gas pedal a bit. It has been climbing like a staircase to heaven for quite a while. But it seems to have shifted to another 2-year, the 2-year shocks in Europe. I'll tell you what, it really, minus 56, minus
So we knew that it was gonna
like a high yield, but it's zooming
it was gonna cross the X possibly here and then struggle right here. So we're okay right now.
January 2015, you see that this level right around the mid-50s, minus mid-50s, is very key. We could be breaking through here. You want to watch it. I'll tell you, our central bank's going to have a big impact on all the other central banks, and it's going to be a reversal of current policy. Now, if you look at what's going on with our 10-year, you see it 2-day. Look at it since March. That's the last time you were here. Listen, this 260
Hit that small support at the 18.
I don't suspect we're going to slice through it like a hot knife through butter.
19 is also kind of a small support from right here, and right here, and right here.
We're playing whack-a-mole with 120 on the euro versus the dollar, with 92 versus the dollar index. But don't fool yourself. This is a big trade. And what's fascinating is how hunkered down it's been. Listen, all things considered, you want less volatility in FX. It's better for the global financial system. Carl, Jim David, back to you.
All right, Rick, thanks so much, Rick Santelli, this morning. When we come back,
the MACD is really struggling to go down more, even though the stochastic has gone down pretty good. So we may see that try to climb back up because that kind of becomes a support here. So see, it's curving, trying to curve a little bit more to go back up. 5 minutes still looking really good though. $0.03 would make at least profit. Yeah, 3 cents we need. I feel like it's gonna be a good one here too. Yeah, the histogram right here is trying to bring it back up. 5 minute looking good. Stochastic curving, starting to look good. That 24 though right here is a resistance. Started up here, so that's really good actually. It means it wants to break it. Buyers are heavy. Sellers are being bought out. There we go. Had to break up again here. There we go. There's the breakup. We're gonna wait for a confirmation on it. We want a confirmation above the 27. Let's see if we get one in about 5 seconds. Not a confirmation. It started here, went up. I mean, it's good that it went up. It wasn't a solid confirmation though, even though it is above the 27 now. Stochastic is kind of high. Heavy sellers though. Shot up. Okay. See if we can get confirmation though. We may want to wait for the 5 minute confirmation. Because it is right back to 27.28. So 5 more cents till the 1 minute next candlestick. But the 5 minute one might be the one where it pushes. Otherwise it may do that like right now. But the stochastic is kind of still above the 80. So I want to wait for the 5 minute one. Buyers are high though. You got about 20 seconds. $15. There's that jump. There's that confirmation. I'm going to try to get in at the 32. Alright, it got me in at 32. We'll push down for a second. It's okay. Because it is high on the stochastic, so it's okay. A little red on the 5. Again, that's okay though. Why do I have so much margin available? So certain stocks give, they multiply your margin. It's not disclosed like what stocks do. I just found out on accident that some of the monthly dividend stocks in the past that I was using were really multiplying my margin. So like that's why you see ARR right here. I have 1.4 shares of ARR of only $35 in there, and that's what multiplied my margin a lot.
Let's get to Jim and stop trading.
KB Homes, more new conference call. It's KBH. The economy is growing, the labor market is healthy, and consumer confidence is high. That's the key. And look what that stock is doing. Just on a very simple. This is all about
33.
the fact that people want to buy homes, they've got the land. This is a
Struggling a little bit, but it's okay.
13, 14, 15. I gotta tell you, this thing's killed more bears than what was that movie where they got the Kodiak in the neck?
The Edge?
Yes, The Edge.
What's on Matt
Yeah.
tonight?
Okay, I got Denny's. It's going to be a grand slam. You can make your own grand slam now at Denny's. I think John Miller is one of America's great executives. They've bought back a gigantic amount of stock. I think the stock goes higher. I also think that the milkshakes are very
29, 30. We're still okay.
6 p.m. Eastern time. Dow's up almost 80 on this Thursday. Don't go away.
And where do I believe the stock can go? The stock has a potential to go at least to like the 60. It's touching right here a little bit, but that's okay. We're okay here. It is on its about to make an X right here. Stochastic is going down a little bit. We're still okay though. 5 minutes still looking good. There we go. 33, 34. It wants to jump up right here, and I'm good with that. Starting up high, that's good. Stochastic is still struggling a little bit though. That's okay. Still struggling. Lots of sellers at the 34 because that's like the top of today so far. Resistance right here, here, and right now. It's busy at the 34. Five minutes still making it look nice though. Someone just bought 20,000 shares. See that breakup. Still lots of sellers. There's the 35. Moving right back down for a second.
Good Thursday morning. Welcome back to Squawk on the Street. I'm Carl King. Dennis Elise here at Post 9 of the New York Stock
It's really trying to break up, but it's struggling to.
Once again, climbing higher. Dow's up 87, S&P up to 2757, and oil's on a tear of its own, up above 64. Our roadmap begins with responding to tax reform. Walmart and Delta now.
Histogram on the 1 minute's going down a little bit.
Details.
And, quote, fake news. China casting doubt on a report that it is considering trimming its U.S. Treasury holdings. We're going to go live to Beijing.
And cryptocurrency is getting slammed as the world's third largest crypto market prepares a trading ban. Former CFTC Commissioner Bart Chilton will weigh in.
But first, Walmart responding this morning to the new tax bill, announcing it is raising its starting wage, giving some employees bonuses. Our Courtney Reagan joins us with more. Hey, Court.
Hi, Carl. For the world's largest retailer and the largest U.S. private employer, giving its U.S. employees a bonus, wage increase, and enhanced parental benefits thanks to the new tax reform bill. So, eligible hourly associates will get between
10,000 shares were bought there, 5,000 there. Went down back to 32 for a second. That's okay. Like, stochastic was really, really high, so
in February, Walmart will then increase its
5
starting
minute.
an hour. That's
Still struggling a little bit. Like, it's just a little bit here, because
starting wage
right here, but stochastic on this one is high as well.
for that and a completion of a training program. It's
Here we go, back to 35.
Walmart says once the pay increase goes into effect,
We might see this
hourly
jump
pay will
again.
range from $11 to $24.70. Now, the pay increase will add an additional
Starting up high, that's good.
$1 million in labor expenses into the fiscal year. That wasn't previously included. And guidance
10,000 shares bought there. There's the jump.
beyond the one-time bonus,
37 for a second there.
also will be eligible for 10 weeks of paid maternity leave, 6 weeks of paid
I'm gonna sell that at the 39.
6 to 8 weeks maternity leave at 50 to 60% pay and no parental leave. So that really puts the full-time
I'm gonna hit
salary
change though in case I need to.
employees more at parity for these types of benefits. Plus, Walmart's also introducing a new adoption benefit. Full-time and salary employees will get this $5,000 per child to help cover expenses like agency fees and legal costs. And the retailer says the combined wage and benefit changes will benefit the company's 1 million plus U.S. hourly associates. CEO Doug McMillan also says it's further assessing other opportunities that the tax reform creates for the retailer. So we're going to learn a little bit more in the earnings announcement on February 20th. Sounds like this isn't the end. Carl, Melissa, over to you.
All right, Court, thank you. Courtney Reagan. We should note that Delta is also making some changes based on the new tax bill. We'll have much more on this coming up with our
So you see me draw this line right here.
Bouncing back this morning, all three indices in the green, with the Dow hitting a fresh record high. Bonds moving
35 is
China jolt yesterday. For more, we're joined by Brian Ruskin,
support.
BMO's chief investment strategist, and Alan Ruskin, Deutsche's global head of G10 foreign exchange strategy. Guys, good morning. Brian, markets going your way, man. How long is that going to last?
I think it's not over yet. I think everybody continues to try to forecast this mythical pullback and correction. You know, the fundamental construct of the market remains pretty good, and we're going to see really great earnings, we think, to the tune of 11, 12% in the fourth quarter, equating to double-digit increases for fiscal.
Oh, it just dropped for a second.
And so maybe we see a little bit of a slowdown in terms of the price momentum on the upside following earnings, but this January performance
Kind of needed a small down though for with the stochastic. It is struggling a little bit right here. 32 is the support again.
increasingly confident in believing the
It is going down a little bit.
Some of the skeptics, Alan, point out that the dollar had a lot to do with performance in 17. Worst year in 10 years, equivalent to 100 basis points of easing.
Still not that worried though.
Versus in 18, you might see some offset. Why, is that not true?
It could be true. I don't
5 minute on the stochastic, it looks like it may curve a little bit. 5 on the histogram, it's still not looking too bad. It's trying to climb up on the MACD there, so we're still good. Okay, you can see it's climbing.
But you don't hear, you don't expect corporate guidance to be colored with headwinds.
Yes, so on the stream you should be able to see our website. You should be able to go to knkstrategies.com. If you subscribed before and you signed up for, like, for example, like the year's worth, and it didn't take your money, make sure you double check to make sure that it did or not take your money. We want to make sure that you're taken care of there. you're more than welcome to reach out to us. You should be able to reach out to us at stocks at knkstrategies.com. But definitely, starting Monday, you should be able to be a subscriber to watch the live stream.
on the upside in terms of bond prices. So of course they're worried
And if you are a subscriber already, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate that.
they've never seen that, and they haven't invested in those types of markets. That's why we remain exquisitely positioned, we believe, in financials, where we still think that the
So it's struggling to go down, and the stochastic has been going down, so that's interesting. Histogram, it is going down a little bit right now, but not too much, a little bit though.
there's too much utilities and even growth accounts in America. So the key thing with respect to interest rates is how you take a look at valuations. And we're hearing and seeing a lot of people downgrading stocks due to valuation. We think that's the absolute wrong thing to do, especially given the fact that valuation.
See if we can get a curve on it soon.
And remember too that as
That'll help. Stochastic on the 5-minute looks curving a little bit, which is not good for us on the 5-minute, but it could bounce up more. But it is kind of high though, it's at the 90. So let's see, about 8 seconds. Struggling a little bit there, 32, 33. See, the price isn't going down, but these three are a little bit. May go down to 31 soon, just because really heavy sellers right now, but price isn't really moving even though there are so many sellers. But 31 right here is a support.
Admittedly, they don't have much choice out there. You know, the European bond markets are hardly the place to go at this point.
Tina, there is no alternative in some cases. Finally, Brian, I
Lots of
wonder how
buyers.
you respond to people who still argue that while the market
Stochastic's touching the 20 on the 1 minute, so this is good for us.
has gone from 6 to 3, unemployment's gone from 10 to
Can
4.
bounce back up.
I mean, what more clear signals do you need?
Well, I would say that the more academic you are, Carl, with respect to looking at this market, the more you're going to fail. Macro investments fail, quantitative investments fail. Are we late cycle, early cycle? I can make an argument, quite frankly, that we're early cycle because now we're finally starting to see earnings accelerate. I think we spend way too much time trying to diagnose the cycles from a macro perspective.
Back to 30. It broke down actually.
Looking at companies anymore. Companies' fundamentals is what drive markets longer term. And I think we're trying to
31.
get so
Right back up.
and I think that's the key thing. That's the key thing of trying to call these cycles. I can make an argument that we've seen 5 cycles since 2009. So we're
This could really help to jump back up here because the stochastic is so low.
is placed in the United States stock market.
You got a final thought on that?
Yeah, no, look, I think it's the easiest macro trade. It seems to be, equities higher, and I wouldn't fade it at this point in time. I think that's still the way to go. I do would say, final thought, bond yields are backing up. It's all about an oil story right now. If oil continues to chug higher, that could become disruptive, I think, for bond markets.
It's curving, so that's good.
Markets, so watch that one more closely.
Definitely are. Brian,
In about 20 seconds till the 5 minute will start reflecting. And we may see a bigger movement, especially with the stochastic being so high on the 5 minutes. So hopefully, the bounce up from the 1 minute here will help the 5 minute try to climb up just a little bit more.
That it's backing away from buying U.S. Treasuries. The country's forex regulator put out a statement on its website today saying that the report by Bloomberg may have quoted
Made the
wrong
X here.
information, and they suggested that the news story was fake news. Now, the regulator
5 minutes, struggling a little bit.
its foreign currency reserves with a principle of diversification to ensure the overall safety of the assets and that its investment
bounce up over here. So that means that this could just do like a small bounce down and then right back up.
The holdings have been more or less the same. Currently, China is the largest holder of U.S. government debt, and it stands at $1.19 trillion. Now, most people here who I've been
32, there we go. 33.
not outright impossible for China to significantly change its holdings because of the fact that Beijing runs a current account surplus. It has massive currency reserves. It has a lot of that in dollars, and it has to put those dollars someplace.
Let's see here.
Some of that money at sovereign wealth funds, but
33 is kind of resistance.
very, very
30 is a support. So there's 3 cents there. But the histogram on the 1 minute is kind of staying where it's at.
This whole idea because we've seen that the government has been trying to push this diversification strategy over a number of years.
So we may see a curve in the stock here, so that's good.
Promote its relationship with other central banks and with currency swaps and try to promote its own currency as well.
31 though.
Hasn't made a ton of progress on that front, and so we're seeing that the Chinese government definitely wants to make some of these changes, but is forced to really.
Someone just bought 18,000 shares, so that's good.
Financial system still mainly deals.
Back up to 33. Lots of sellers though. Buyers are really trying to help stick it up. Stochastic is on his way up. It's still on his way up, so that's good.
Media and magazine legend Tina Brown's going to join us. We'll get her take on the state of the industry, harassment, and a lot more. Record highs for
31 back down.
Sports, Russell, and the Nasdaq. Dow's up 90.
Where's the jump up? Good. We may see this jump up pretty nicely soon because the MACD has gone down pretty good, but the price has stayed about the same. Remember guys, please ask questions if you have any. Okay, it's back down to 31. So my exit plan, so I always try to have an exit plan. If it goes below, so if it hits 29 and breaks below it, then I'll get out and take my loss. But right now, my goal is to get out with it going up to at least 39, 37, or anytime over 37. Like for us to walk away with profit, it's 35. But we want to see if we can get about 37 or greater. Sellers for a minute. Buyers are still fighting it though. You may see it rise up for a second. It's moving pretty fast with buyers and sellers. May break down to 31 again. But the histogram, it's headed towards a 0 again. So that's very good for us. 5 minute, this is good. Stochastic is a little bit down though, but that's okay.
Big day for Delta, Melissa. Let's take a look first of all at fourth quarter earnings. And yes, they did beat the street on the top of the bottom line, earning 96 cents a share, 8 cents better than expected. And the fourth
Need needs to break that 33. Once it breaks that 33, then it can start moving again up. There we go. 34. 35. 36. Might bounce up pretty good here. May form BX soon. So I kind of like keeping it at the 39 still where I have the sell order, but I move it to 37. Okay, I'll have it changed, ready on the change if needed, but it is at the 37 for me right now. There you go, struggling. Back down to 31, but we may still see it go back up soon. Stochastic, it is struggling a little bit. Histogram, it is struggling. Maybe breaking bigger. It is at that 29 where I mentioned. So let's see if we can. That was a big stochastic down all of a sudden, though. That was a big seller point.
Big banks are getting ready to report. JP Morgan and Wells kick things off tomorrow before the bell. And for our ETF spotlight, we'll take a
28. All right, I'm gonna look to get out because nothing on the 5-minute so is helping me out here. So stochastic, the only thing on the 1-minute is that it may try to bounce back up, but it is on its breakdown right now. So I'm just gonna get out. I'll wait for a second here. I see try to bounce up a little bit because getting a small support, but I should be getting out any second here. Let's see the stochastic though right here. Maybe we may catch a little glimpse back up. The only reason why I've stayed in so far, otherwise I would have gone out when I mentioned after the 29, is the buyers right here and the stochastic is so low. That's the only thing, the reason why I've stayed in so far. And that was a big jump down over here, so. May have bottomed out. In about 40 seconds, we're going to see the next 5 minutes, and we're going to see the next 1 minute.
So I do think it's worth asking. I mean, I don't know if there was a freeze as people waited for tax reform. So all that stuff is going to be interesting. So maybe it's going to get a little more texture as we get the conference calls and find out exactly what's going on in the business.
People are trying to buy it at 31, so people are trying to boost it up. Bouncing off the stochastic right here. Histogram is kind of struggling right here to go down more, so. It's going down. I'm gonna get out. Stochastic's kind of low. I have my sell order at the 25 because it could potentially bounce back up for a second. But I need to get ready to get out right now. Yeah, I'm getting out at 22 because it's dropping. Oh, and there we go. We're out. A big drop right here. Holy crap. That went from 36 to 29. A 7 cent drop instantly. It's crazy. Alright, now it's trying to jump. Oh, look, hit that 25 where I should have kept it. Let's see here. So I was looking at a dividend one, ARR. It's the monthly dividend one that I'm in with one share. It is at $25.23. So I was thinking about going into that one. Not a high volume stock at all, but I know this stock pretty good because I've been in it on multiple accounts for a long time. Looks like I may make the X right here. 5 minutes, not looking too bad. I mean, the 100-day chart's not looking too bad. It looks like I may make an X here. So ARR, what I'm gonna do. Alright, so I'm buying 315 shares of ARR as soon as the market closes. GE though. The good thing is we're going to get paid out on the 26th and on the 1st from the other dividends that we've been in. And the ARR will pay it out on the 29th. So the 29th will also pay it out. GE dropped pretty good again right here. It's in the teens. So it's good for us to get out. So 26th, 29th, and the 1st. So 315 shares. 0.19. So about $60 dividend payout it will do. Alright guys, so we still we're in and out early for today so far. So we'll compare it to what it's been the last week or so. So let's review the trade real quick. So we got in at the 32 when I had that confirmation on the 5-minute and 1-minute, so which was good. We could have walked away with profit if we would have gone out at 36, 37, which would have been fine. We were trying to go for the 37, but then we had that big unexpected drop. The mistake that I made, which I'll admit to, is I should have had my stop on quote about 28, so that way it could have protected me and not have been in this drop right here. So I'll be better on that next time. So that way I could have saved myself about $20 to $30 loss right there. So that's really key. So moral of the story, when you have a plan, stick to it. Looks like you may try to curve back up here, but yeah, stick to your plan. That way you cut your losses smaller. Let's see here. Histogram is going back up. 5 minutes, about to make the X though. Let's see something. VWAP. For the VWAP right here, as soon as it starts making the mountain, right here you can see that it's trying to make the mountain down. It's going downhill. Right here you can see it curving up.
When we come back this morning, the regulation debate, prices of major cryptocurrencies are down this morning. We're going to check in with former CFTC Commissioner Bart Chilton on that issue next. Get a quick check on stocks here again. Dow and the transports and the Russell.
Alright, so make sure you guys are asking me any questions that you guys may have. In the meantime, I'm setting up another account to buy ARR as well. Looks like it may curve over here. It's great. Hopefully, one of these days we're actually going to see a real penny stock moving, since we haven't really had too much of that. It's struggling on the GE.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sue Herrera. Here's your CNBC News update at this hour. Hundreds of rescuers continuing their search for survivors in the wake of the devastating mudslides that hit Southern California. The death toll rising to 17, with 48 more still reported missing. At least 50 people have been rescued by helicopters. The Los Angeles Times reporting that 5 women have accused actor James Franco of sexual misconduct. 4 were students in an acting film school Franco founded. Another said he was her mentor. Franco has denied those accusations. A cleanup operation underway at the luxury Ritz Hotel in Paris following an armed robbery just a day earlier. The thieves stole about $5.6 million worth of jewels and other goods from the hotel boutique. 3 suspects were arrested, but 2 got away. They're still at large. And firefighting vessels have resumed attempts to put out a blaze aboard an oil tanker that collided with a freighter in the East China Sea. Chinese officials have warned that tanker could explode and sink, possibly triggering an environmental disaster. That's the news update this hour. I'm going to send it over to Jackie DeAngelis for the EIA inventory report. Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning to you, Sue. You can see natural gas prices are spiking this morning on this report. A drawdown in inventories of 359 billion cubic feet. That is larger than expected. Now remember, it was very cold over the last couple of weeks. So this kind of draw would be expected because of the weather, but it's almost twice what we saw last year, almost twice the 5-year average as well. So this is pretty significant. You can see we're trading at about $3.04 right now, just over that $3 mark. But the thing to watch when it comes to nat gas is the 10-day forecast. You can see that those temperatures are starting to warm up, especially on the East Coast. So you could probably see traders say this price go back under the $3 mark if that weather pattern persists. Back over to you at Post 9.
All right, thank you very much, Jackie DeAngelis. Well, Bitcoin is down this morning off the reports that South Korea is considering a crypto ban in what is currently the currency's 3rd largest market. South Korea's Minister of Justice Park Sung-hee saying in a press conference that cryptocurrency trading is looking similar to speculation and gambling, while also reiterating the country's, quote, great concerns. Bitcoin this morning trading down by about 5%. For more,
All right, remember guys, we still got time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Good to be with you.
Since the last time I spoke to you, Bitcoin futures had actually launched, and we're still seeing this volatility. What's sort of your reaction in terms of how Bitcoin futures have unfolded, especially with the backdrop of the volatility that we have seen in Bitcoin itself from that late December drop to the wild gyrations that on the back of South Korea potentially stepping in and regulating?
Right. Well, I mean, they are somewhat mellowing out. They're still crazy. I mean, you'll see a change of, I think yesterday it might have been $1,200 in a day from the high to the low. But remember, Bitcoin back when we were talking, I think it might have been December 18th, the first day that CME launched their Bitcoin futures. Prices had been up before that to 20,000, and it went down to 11. So there's still a lot more volatility than you would see in the markets that you guys cover every single day and look at in minute detail. But it's mellowing out, in my opinion, from what it has been. And I think as the volume increases, and we do see increasing volume, that there will be more sort of leveling out of these prices. But look, it's still sort of the Wild West outside of the regulated futures market, and that's the underlying, right? And the underlying is so volatile that it's got to be reflected somewhat in the futures price. So I think the futures actually works as somewhat of a governor on on all the prices, and that's a good thing in my opinion, as you might imagine.
Right, but I mean, this goes back to the core, I don't want to say complaint, but the core concern that the underlying is not regulated, and that we're still in a very Wild West sort of market where we're not really sure where the regulations
In the meantime, let's check out some other stuff then.
backing away from his comments that Bitcoin is a fraud. Warren Buffett yesterday sticking by his comments that things are going to end badly. I mean, the underlying is unregulated, the underlying is what's volatile, and you have this regulated market built on top of that. That's not a reason for any concern.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a cluster, right? And but the thing that you have with opinion leaders like Mr. Diamond, Mr. Buffett, Vladimir Putin, and others is that opinion leaders have opinions,
So if you're wondering about the strategy scanner, you should be able to pop it up here.
Options Exchange is a first step to regularizing. This is the professionalization of digital currencies, in my view, and it's going to take a while, but we're getting there.
We're getting there. What sorts of data are you seeing, and how do you think the flows are so far when it comes to institutional participation in the futures market for Bitcoin?
Well, they are investing in it, and one of the main reasons is something that people hadn't even thought about doing much before, and that is they can go short. Because, you need to be able to go short. If you can get in and out of market easily, rapidly, readily, then you can be in this game, in the Bitcoin game. Contrary, by the way, to in South Korea, it's a lot of individuals. That's how we started at the top of this segment. And there it's more like gambling. There it's more like, Kai-Gao poker.
Geez, back in the teens. It's a good thing we're out.
They call it the kimchi premium. And so Bitcoin over there right now is trading at like 17K. In the U.S., it's like, 13,685 or something like that. So there's like a 17% or more premium there. But I think overall we're getting there, and I am looking at the data. Institutional investors are investing. They're primarily investing in futures, and I think money managers as we go forward are going to want to offer this to their investors.
Are you invested, Bart?
Very little bit, very little bit. I wish I had been investing when I told everybody be careful. I got a lot of my friends who said, you said don't invest. They would have been
So
millionaires.
you're in Bitcoin? Are you in Bitcoin right now?
A little bit, yeah.
And any other coins?
Ether. Ether and Bitcoin. And Ripple's the one that's really moving up. I mean, Ripple took over Ether with regard to market cap. So the four market caps are Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum, and then Litecoin. Those are the ones that are really, really moving and have been moving a lot this year, particularly Ripple.
All right, Bart, great to get your thoughts. Appreciate it.
Good to be
Bart
with you.
Chilton.
When we come back, magazine legend Tina Brown's with us. We're going to get her take on harassment in the workplace, the state of media, and a lot more. We're over an hour into the trading session on this Thursday. Dow's up 80 points. S&P awfully close to a record high. We're back in a minute.
TRVG, low volume, but it's going up nicely. Can I review how I bought the dividend? Sure. So the way I bought it is symbol here, the price. So then I had to figure out how much money I was going to be using. So let's say like 8,000 and divided by 25.22. 317. I went for 315 shares. I set it up as market on close, so that way it buys at whatever the price is when the market closes at 2 o'clock. You only can do the market on close 30 minutes or longer before the market closes. If it's within the 30 minutes, you don't have the option to do the market on close. I do the market on close because that way when the market closes, there's like almost no volume in the after hours, so that way tomorrow morning it will be easier to sell it closer to where I bought it, so that way I can still walk away with the dividend and have hardly a loss. And just walk away with the win. Yeah, that's what I do. I know ARR is like a small volume. Normally I don't trade small volume, but this has been another reason why ARR has been on my list. And let me show you guys. Is this it? No, that's the wrong one. So here's a list. Let me pull up that again. So here's a list of monthly dividend stocks that I go through. So I go through every single one and I rate them all of what I would rate them. I'm still working on it, on rating other ones. But for example, ARR, -1, not the best score that I gave it back then. It is better now. It's a nice dividend payout. Let's see here, Apple 18, gave that one a 2.5. So I gave that one a 2.5. APLE, it's right here at the bottom. We missed that one though, but I know ARR, sorry, I've made good money off of it. But I do make a list of all those monthly dividend stocks. ARR just helps out with the margin as well. So when you see me sell ARR tomorrow, I'm only going to do the 315, so that way I can keep the 1.4 in there. GE is trying to move back up again, looks like. But still on it. Marked another X right here. Five-minute looks good. So yeah, right there would be a good one.
competing for fewer spots makes for a far less collegial atmosphere, let's put it that way. And I do think that networking groups of women are fine and dandy, but actually men have got to get involved in them. I mean, I want to see more. I mean, we produce women in the world, and I am encouraging men
CNET.
to attend and be on the stage, because otherwise we're talking to ourselves. So the men need to kind of truly get engaged, not just as sort of lip service, but as
CNET seems to be moving up nicely.
I mean, they're husbands and fathers and daughters, and they ought to be championing women in the workspace. But they have to break their own bro cultures down. We're not going to be able to break down their bro cultures. They have to.
All of the examples of women coming out, expressing their experiences with harassment has happened in mostly media and entertainment of late. Do you think that the same goes on in corporate America and we just haven't heard it yet? Or do you think corporate America was a little bit ahead in terms of stamping this out because of what happened in the financial services industry in the early 90s when there were a lot of
Looks like
lawsuits?
it's starting to struggle there though.
Being discriminated against, etc.
No, I mean, I think it may be less obvious, but I don't think it's gone away at all. I mean, I know women working in the financial services industries who tell me that they have been tremendously harassed or marginalized, and they don't feel that they can protest because they do believe it'll hurt their careers. And I think that one of the things that we've seen in a lot of the sexual harassment discussions is that HR is not your friend, right? I mean, HR is there to protect the company. That's one of the issues, is that you have to break out of that HR spot. And of course, what the entertainment women are able to do is to break out into the public sphere because people pay attention to it.
Couple thoughts on media. It's been a crazy news flow from media. New editor at Vanity Fair, new editor at Glamour, SI going bi-weekly. Big thoughts on how challenging it'll be for magazines?
It's very challenging. An editor today has to sort of create a whole ecosystem of other things around what they're doing, which is very demanding, for an editor. An editor has to be a kind of multimedia entrepreneur these days, rather than simply a person who cares about stories and pictures and editing, right? Which is a very, very demanding thing on editors. I think, you have to have a business that goes around it. TV show, conferences, an entire sort of bouquet of other stuff, because the media itself, just the sole vertical, is not going to make enough money.
How do you think you'd be responding to, if you were, say, at Vanity Fair, New Yorker today, or Talk, the power of Facebook, the publishing leverage they have?
Well, I think that it's important, to be quite honest. I mean, I think what I would be lobbying for is a industry-wide pressure on both Facebook and Google to give back something to journalism. I mean, these companies have massive foundations. I would like to see the Facebook Foundation putting aside a tremendous amount of money to fund journalism, real journalism, because they have, in a sense, undermined the whole profession of journalism.
Because of the news feed.
They've taken away the business model. I mean, the advertising now is just so one-sided that real journalistic enterprises are struggling to get it. They're all going to Facebook and Google. So my vote is for Facebook and Google to decide we are now going to give back to journalism.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna end the stream now. Again, tomorrow morning I will be on to sell my dividend stock, so you guys will be able to see that. I will not be streaming that long though tomorrow, but I will stream it for a little bit, so you guys should be able to see that. If you have questions or concerns, you guys know how to reach out to us. We're more than happy to help you out. Check out the website, knkstrategies.com. If you have subscribed already, great, thank you, we appreciate you. If you haven't, definitely consider that, because on Monday you're going to need to be a subscriber to be able to watch again. So for that, and if you guys have any issues with subscribing and setting it up, let us know. You can reach out to us at stocks@knkstrategies.com, and we should be able to answer that pretty fast. I do hope that you guys all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching.